The story is told of a Burmese monastery, a Buddhist monastery, that needed to move location. This was somewhere out in Thailand. And one of the things that they needed to move was a big, heavy statue made out of clay of a Buddha. Eventually, they got this thing moved to the new monastery. But by the time the clay Buddha got to the monastery, the new monastery, they damaged it. Someone poked a hole in it. Now, one of the monks was very curious and he peeked through the hole that was made in the Buddha. And he thought that he saw something yellowish underneath the surface. So curious about this, he started to peel away some more of the clay, and that is when these monks made a remarkable discovery. Underneath the clay was a golden statue of Buddha. Now, what researchers believe happened was that hundreds of years earlier, some Burmese army attacked the monastery, and the monks, wanting to protect the Buddha from being stolen, covered it up in clay. And then the Burmese army killed all of the monks. So nobody knew about this secret. So here the monks were worshipping for hundreds of years with this hidden treasure sitting right in front of them. Now, maybe you've heard this story before, but I think the analogy is obvious. Just like that Buddha was covered, the golden Buddha was covered under clay, quite often we are covered as well. Through years and years of believing other people's false perceptions of us, fears that we have built up and such. And quite often, we still have a hidden treasure hidden within us that we don't even know about because it's covered under these layers of clay. Now, here is what's really interesting for me about this story. It was not until they actually moved the Buddha from its place of comfort and it got damaged until they discovered the hidden treasure. And I think that's quite often the same with our lives. Quite often we build ourselves into a cocoon that seems comfortable for us. But then life happens. And sometimes life forces us out of our comfort zones. And yes, sometimes we get hurt. But I think what sometimes also happens is that when we get out of our comfort zones, sometimes a true treasure that is hidden within us gets revealed. And we start to move away those layers of clay that we've built for ourselves to make life comfortable, to hide our own insecurities and our fears. So whenever life starts to put you out of your comfort zone, and whenever you feel like you got a dent, you got a hole poked in your mask that you was wearing, see inside if there is a hidden treasure that needs to come out. Because sometimes that is the whole point of why these things happen in our lives. For the hidden treasure within, that golden treasure that's within us, to be revealed, so that the world can see our true nature and our true character. Hope you like that story, and I'll talk to you in another video.